The number one food for menopausal symptom is the average woman spends a decade in menopause and nearly 30% in postmenopausal state. 1 in 5 women in midlife are on antidepressant, and the suicidal rate among women peaked around age 45 and 64. And while so many of us are doing everything right, eating clean, exercising, managing our stress, and following every hormone balancing protocols, why does it feel like our body is still breaking down and working against us? Why is it so hard to maintain our health? Why does it feel like our body is still breaking down and working against us, no matter how hard we support it? Today in this video, we are breaking down exactly what's happening to our body in this transition and the number one food for all menopausal symptoms. Your sex hormones and stress hormones are coming from one single class of hormones called steroid hormones. And steroid hormones are synthesized from one raw material, cholesterol. Cholesterol is converted into pregnenolone. Pregnenolone is the parent hormone. From there, your body creates progesterone, DHEA, which is the precursor for testosterone and estrogen, cortisol, and aldosterone. Every one of these hormones affects your metabolism, energy, mood, cognition, and sleep. In menopause, your ovaries stop producing these hormones in high amount, and your adrenal begin to take over part of the responsibility, but it needs available cholesterol. So if available cholesterol is too low, maybe you've been on low-fat diet for decades, or maybe your body is chronically stressed and it's prioritizing cortisol over everything else, then your body may not have enough raw material or bandwidth to produce them efficiently. This is called the Pregnenolone Steal, where your body directs cholesterol away from estrogen and progesterone production to make cortisol. And this is why symptoms such as anxiety, insomnia, weight gain intensifies. And most of us are never told this. We're told to cut fat, lower cholesterols, and avoid saturated food at the time when our body needs it the most. So if cholesterol is essential for hormone production, why do so many of us actively avoid it? Because starting in 1950s, cholesterol is deemed as the villain for cardiovascular diseases. Early population studies, primarily in men, link high serum cholesterol to cardiovascular risk. And from there, this logic extended. If blood cholesterol is dangerous, then must be eating cholesterol rich foods. Butter, egg yolks, red meat are all becoming the food that we should fear. Marketing companies are using low fat on everything as a health claim. But here is what we know: the dietary cholesterol, especially cholesterol from whole food, has very little to do with our blood cholesterol level. In fact, 75% of the blood cholesterol is made by our body, and only 25% coming from food sources. A recent meta-analysis and clinical reviews confirms that in healthy women, dietary cholesterol is not associated with increased heart disease risk. What actually drives cardiovascular risk for women over 40? Chronic inflammation, visceral fat and insulin resistance, hypertension, smoking, ultra processed food, and high stress states. And yes, industrial seed oils, not eggs or butter. In other words, we've been informed to do the wrong thing. Our body never betrayed us. It feels the way it feels so that we can know. We've been misinformed. Then, what is the number one way for us to bring back cholesterol in a way that is effective and safe? The number one food for menopausal symptom is high quality grass fed butter. It's one of the richest dietary sources of cholesterol in a bioavailable whole food form. It also provides fat soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K2, which are critical cofactors for hormone receptor function, bone density, and immune modulation. Butter also contains butyrate, a short chain fatty acids that support gut health, lower inflammation, and helps regulate brain function. These matter during menopause because our brain is especially sensitive to all the hormonal changes. You definitely don't need to switch to carnivore diet or pound down your butter as a snack, but all you can do is introduce 1 to 2 tablespoons of this high quality grass fed butter into your steamed vegetable, your baked sweet potatoes, into your soup and steak for offering this meaningful support to your body. And now you are no longer working against biology and you're feeding it correctly. So, next time when you look down to your belly and see that belly fat and hating insomnia, rage, anxiety, ask yourself, what does my body truly need? I love you.